excited because in about like 30 minutes or so, I'm gonna have these guys that cut hair professionally. I've heard them labeled barbers in the past, coming through to the house. And they're like, apparently they make house calls, which I didn't know. And I find that very cool. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna cut your hair and just post about us, please. Super dope. Never had that before. Very excited. Also, just based on email communication, they seem like dope dudes. Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Full tutorial.
Your boy K-Joe back with another.
I have no idea what crunch pants are.
Let's get it.
To be entirely honest.
I started off with the template. All right, now for the duplicate it for the right leg. Boom, get it out. Boom.
Oh, presumably it's like an hourglass. Oh, not the hourglass figure on the legs.
All right, we're gonna finish that pocket. Try pocket.
I am not yet at the level where I'm like fully making my own clothes, but I am, however, going to be modifying up some pants later today. I'm excited about it. I've been trying to like crank out my work earlier in the day so that later in the day I can just like put on some anime and just go to town. I'm rewatching Jujutsu Kaisen.
I bet.
It's lit.
We got the pocket clean finished. Let's put it on the side pocket. Boom, boom. I love this triangle pocket. There's two sides.
Okay, so what it seems like he's doing is he's turned the pieces inside out, and it looks like that stopped there. Okay. When you're assembling pants like that, you want to turn the pieces inside out so you sew on the inside of the pants, so that when you turn it right side out again, you don't actually really see many of the seams or much of the seams as much as you can. From the outside, it looks as clean as possible. That's too bad. I really wanted to see the rest of the tutorial. I really wanted to know what crunch pants were. I'm assuming it's the little, the Lola Bunny silhouette, not the pants form of Nicki Minaj. Yeah, it would have been cool. Okay, let's go Emma Chamberlain. Ooh, that was a flesh-colored bra, right? Just, yeah, okay. Onward. I love the glasses. Yo, vibes are just immaculate. She's smiling so much, like, this is genuinely, like, I just want to be friends. You know, like, she just, the vibes are top tier. Also, the fit, it's got so much color, like, unique, like, every layer has so much personality. The glasses are unique. I don't even know if they're pigtail buns or like it's all like she literally looks like a character in presumably an anime. I'm watching a lot of anime recently. I'm making a lot of anime references, but like she looks like a character and I fuck with it. It's a vibe. Nice jewelry gang. Yo, JoJo.
Zip your asshole shit, nigga. Make you shit on yourself. You feel me?
Yo. Competition is the best icebreaker. It just is. If you're on a team with someone and you're facing down an opponent and it's a matter of are we gonna win or are we gonna lose, you'll figure out their name, their play style, if they want it. Immediate bonding. No bondage required, no prior knowledge required. It's the best icebreaker there is. I mean, that's why fascism is so popular. Because you're like, you know what? Them together, we don't really got to know each other all that well. We just got to be against them. Like, that's the way it goes. The way the news goes.
Ungatekeeping my favorite pants in my collection.
Always here to ungatekeep. Real. That's the most real shit. Yo, the zippers was some Bruno Baccarati shit. Some like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm gonna unzip you. I'm gonna unzip you. That's crazy. That was accidental. I like those a lot. They're very fairy core. Interesting. Those are cool. Also with the preppy fit. Wash your shit, bruh. The Toby. I've been doing the like social media thing for a while now, and so I've noticed something that I like to call the life cycle of the social media platform. Generally, when there's more demand for content, more like gimme, I want to watch, like feed me everything. Basically just more eyeballs than there are performers. More like cucks than voyeurs. Volume does the best. You can just pump out a bunch of shit and people who just output massive amounts do better. But when the platform becomes like more mature and there's a lot of competition on there and every eyeball means more is like harder to get, you have to fight for it, then it's a quality over quantity thing. And the person who can make the best individual video does better. More technique than energy or gumption. Experience wins out.
I'm creating a look without fabric.
Ooh.
First, I have to pack my suitcase,
Not the birthday
airport,
suit.
hop on a plane, hop on a train,
Not the
travel
like
to
the
Florence,
tailor with the
walk
invisible
through
cloth. What was
and
that
discover
terrible that they were?
fabrics for
What
fabric
was that?
digital
The
fashion.
Emperor's
I got
New
to play around with a
Clothes,
lot
of
amazing
course.
designs by young designers that all got turned
Oh,
into digital
no.
fashion. So I tried
That's
on a
pretty
few
cool,
looks,
though.
made a few photos, or actually a lot.
So it's just it
videos.
is an
I also
Emperor's New
received
Clothes thing. It's a
contacts
simulation.
with FBC
It's not real.
technology, which made me discover myself on
You
the
think it's there,
fabrics
but
website, and then I
everyone who
started
looks at
gathering
you,
how I think that
they see
future
nothing
fashion is a
but
blend
drawers,
between
nothing but
physical and digital
boxers.
fashion, and then this
I want to go
digital
to a
world will
road
be
show.
good. Do you like it?
There is a guy. He's a very interesting guy. He's probably a little eccentric for my tastes, but I like what he's doing. Definitely not all of it. I don't I don't condone all of it. But essentially, he is trying to live forever, and that I f with. Something about immortality just like tickles my brain. I'm not ready to shuffle off this mortal coil. To be or not to be? Nah, just be, bitch. That's what I'm trying to do. His name is Brian Johnson. He does some really weird things, including at one point he was like drinking the blood of his son because it was like genetically close to him and also supposed to like younger. He wasn't going out in the sun for a little while, just full vampiric mode. Oh, and he made a video about how he like regularly measures the strength of his erections. Strange guy. I like the mission. I like, not the missionary. I like the mission. The messenger, odd.
These people have no idea.
That's the guy. That's probably Brian Johnson.
36 listening devices in the walls rear range.
It's like nobody understands me. He's just standing in the corner while everyone else is going wild.
Spreading false rumors about their political views.
I found what I think is probably the best salesperson on earth. Dude, the worst job I ever did was a sales job. I sold life insurance. I will never fucking do sales. This is why I went and finished my education, because I was like, you could not. I will study for years before I have to do that shit. But apparently I was doing it wrong, because this man seems like he's having the time of his life.
What's up, homie? If you want to order signs for your franchise stores,
The pause for the
make
hand.
sure you buy from a responsible sign company. LC Sign has 4 respectively quality inspectors.
You
And
can't
they've been
beat
signing
it,
this
like-
for 5 to 12 years.
and then just
Every
keeps
sign will be
going?
100% inspected on the LED, size,
I don't
power
need
supply, and even
signs.
components. We're
I
professional
want them now.
manufacturing franchise signs. We're
Support-
cost-effective.
Dude could literally sell oil to a Saudi. Yeah, dude. If I were a Saudi prince, I would buy oil from Tony just to beat him. Literally, this is me. I just want to meet Tony. Imagine what it was like for the Chinese citizens on the app that is Red Note. Just like one day on the 16th of January in the year of our Lord 2025, with this absolute flood of Americans just coming in, just causing a ruckus. Like fucking college students on a study abroad, posting a bunch of shit, talking their shit, complaining about their ex, and then 3 days later, a full evacuation when TikTok is open again. Imagine as a Chinese citizen, you've never interacted with Americans, like just in general, and then you just get a fucking face full of them. Can you imagine? Like, I genuinely think that the American government was like, oh, they're making friends. We should just give them TikTok back. At least then they weren't talking to people from other countries. At least then they weren't talking to like actual Chinese citizens and realizing that they were just human beings. I'm a sucker for a knit. And this trend apparently. Okay, I know this has absolutely nothing to do with the sweaters, but those jeans are actually amazing. Like this is my friend Felipe. Literally my favorite thing that he owns. They're in several of his videos. Every time I see them, I'm like, I really wish I had those fucking jeans, except that they're like $600, and I don't got. Bro, that cardigan has so many layer lines. Like that shit is ribbed for his pleasure. That shit looks as good as sweater weather sound. This is some lock me in a room together, chained at the wrist until the hibernation season is over and winter has come to an end type shit. Okay, I take it all back. This is actually my favorite one here. The way it just wraps around and comes down like a necktie, like that's crazy. I had an idea for a video where I would be styling different Pokemon. This would be the perfect Licky Licky or Licky Tongue or honestly Greninja. This would be a great. I don't know. This feels like this feels like the intermission, like in between. What the fuck? This feels like the in-between on like a show or a performance, or like there's a jazz club here locally where they'll play a song and then the guy will get up and he'll just like talk about his life. And I feel like that's what this is right now. That's what I want it to be, except that there's nothing interesting going on in my life. There's nothing interesting going on in my life right now. I mean, let's see, I just graduated. Yay. Took me fucking long enough. But let's see what this interesting video's got to play. Got to play? What the fuck? Did I forget how to speak? Bruh. Bruh. Okay, so I followed this guy for a while. The Pac-Man, I think is his name. His transitions are just... like, how?
How to make a $700 pair of boots for only $150.
That is a very appealing hook. Also, the boots look really cool. I feel like you can style and layer them in a lot of different ways.
Maybe some Guidi front zips. So we need
Oh
three
my
things.
god, those are
Decent
so
quality,
much
replaceable
money.
sole, and a kind of cool shape. And when you need a cheap boot that's decent, you check military
Okay, so here's the
surplus.
thing.
I
I've
would
definitely
pair
been
of
spoiled by
double
mass
H
production
jump boots.
because
I
on
think
the
toe
one
shape is
hand, I'm like,
interesting.
I
the
cannot
shine
afford
is
that.
almost
Like, I would
like
never spend that
the
amount of money
quality is there.
on
I
a
just hate
boot
the
or something like
freaking
that.
sole. But we
And
can
then
break that with the help of
also,
a cobbler.
when I
find a
go to
cobbler near
make
me
my
and I
own
tell him I
shit
want a
and
vinyl
it takes
sole
me
with
like
a
a
quarter-inch
week,
platform.
maybe
This cost me
more,
about
I'm like,
$100,
oh, I
but this is
understand
a
why things
massive
cost this
upgrade. I just
much.
thought, screw it,
Because
let's
if
add
it's
it later.
just the
Now, I've
hourly
already made a
rate of
video
the
on how
person
this is
making it,
done. This is key to making a
that's
really
one
interesting looking pair
expense.
of boots.
But then you have to
The
factor
zipper in
in
the front, it just
shipping,
adds
like
something, bro. It's one of my favorite shoe
marketing,
lines.
like
Experiment with
literally
the
all
zipper
of the
tight
other
color,
middle
you know, you do
stages to
whatever
get
you
the
want to.
boot
And
to
the
where
best
you
part is when
are.
people ask you like what those shoes are, you can say, yeah, these are custom, bro. You're not gonna find these out there. Have a good
Yeah,
one.
the zipper is
Go make
such a good addition. Solar punk is probably my favorite movement right now. It's this really cool concept where you can actually like believe in hope and optimism for the future of the world, which is kind of actually a stretch given the amount of shit that we're just like farting up into the atmosphere. But it's like a general movement of like, okay, combining technology and nature, and it has a distinct aesthetic. Like Miyazaki and Spirited Away or not Spirited Away, but like Castle in the Sky and even Howl's Moving Castle to a degree are like very solar punky, right? And it's crazy because unironically, one of the best depictions of solar punk that we have is from a Chobani ad. That yogurt that's single-handedly adding way more methane to the atmosphere than any amount of cars, like that one. That was hyperbolic. And the solar obviously being like sun-derived, kind of solar panel-y, but the punk being like very intentionally kind of counterculture. And there is cool art and stuff for it, but I just want there to be more. Like more media showing it, you know? Because it's cool. It's like, oh, we can hope. That's awesome.
I just spent my life savings building dress to impress in real life.
That's
Every
real.
single day, you and your friends can rate each other's outfits, and you can also rate random people's
Oh, wait,
outfits on the
no.
app, and you can follow a theme.
No, because I'm way too judgmental. I would be telling my friends
You
like,
can see stats about your
yo,
outfits throughout the week.
you gotta
See the
fix
top
your
6
shit.
highest
What the
rated
f is going on with your
outfits
hair?
and
Like,
then
did you
can see
just
your
wake
personal
up?
fit of the week, which
Like,
is
I would
the
be
outfit that everybody
unnecessary.
rated
Like,
the highest out of
if my
the
friend is
ones you made.
balding, bruh. Dude, I love brands that have lore. One of my favorite brands of all time is this one it's called D Brand. They make like phone, computer accessories and shit. And they're in the tech space. And so they act as though they're robots, right? And they're talking down to their human lessers. Very like insult me daddy vibes, right? Like, look at this shit. So some of the random things they make, like, or include things like keycaps. They're like, they laughed us out of the room. Like, who's laughing now? Talking about the consultant's final resting place and shit. They even have a timeline up here on the top. So you can like go through and it's the timeline of the company overall. Like they're writing their own lore. That's incredible. I'm eventually going to launch my own brand. 100% I want to do that. So cool. Okay, starting strong and nothing but the candy cane boxers. Oh, some leather pants. I like the stop motion aspect to it. Why do you get so tall? The hell? Is that an option? You can just get taller? I would love that shit. Sign me up. When we're thinking about fabrics, we're always thinking about like either plants or it's like dinosaur bones that we like turned into some kind of oil sludge and then made into plastic somehow. But like you can actually use metals in clothing too. I'd never heard of this before until my dad sweats a lot. And he found this brand that basically weaves metal into the shirt so it doesn't retain the odor in the same way. Because like plant fibers can absorb odor like way more, but metals just don't. And that's fucking cool.
How about that?
Oh,
That's
dude,
pretty.
so fucking...
I love
I
red
wish
cabbage.
this was my
And
grandpa.
this year they're incredible. incredibly big.
This is the real life Cabbage Man
35 pounds.
from Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is the fucking guy.
Or just over.
How is he?
We'll enjoy some.
He literally matched with his cabbage.
Sauerkraut comes to mind.
He walked out in the morning and was like, you and me, we should color coordinate for sure. He even got like the texture, the waves and everything. There was some motion in that ocean of color. I was raised super religious, so aside from just like religious trauma, I get a lot of really cool lore. And I love biblically accurate angels. Dude, the thought of like some messenger or of the heavens just being like so terrifying that the first thing I have to say to everyone is do not be afraid. Fuck yeah. Oh no. No. It's not funny.
My favorite expression in English is the one that says, never bite the hand of the one that fingers you. Something like that.
Something like that. Bro, the comments are killing me. Where there's a willy, there's a way. Something like that. True wisdom with this one. Every bra has a silver lining. Something like that. You shouldn't put all your eggs in someone's mouth. Something like that. Curiosity milked the cat. Or pain, no brains. Something like that. A friend in need is a friend in weed. Something like Bro, these are my favorites. An apple a day means the doctor is gay. Something like that. Or why count your chickens when you can choke your rooster? Something like that. Dude, high key, my guy kind of looking like he's walking out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Which I mean, with like for real out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It is the utmost compliment, by the way. Like, JoJo's, damn, this man just going for it? All right. I'll cover up for the kids in the back. It's like, it's very fashion focused, very dramatic, very like, but literally it's so fashion focused. It's an anime and a manga that it literally had a partnership with Gucci. Like, that's my guy. I mean, the fit is fire, but he just sent it. Okay, we're pausing. At that point where it's not even about the outfit anymore. This man had volume on the areolas. Oh, they looked at me. It was a really cool like outfit that he made himself. It screamed JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, I swear to God. So my grandma's a hoarder, and now that she has dementia, we're trying to figure out what to do with all the stuff that she has accumulated over the last like 40 years, which includes probably like half a shed of just raw fabric, like 20, maybe 30 totes of just raw fabric that I guess she thought that she was gonna sew one day, because she did sew. Really, mostly she crocheted, but like, it's so much. And we're basically trying to give the stuff to people so that it can be used and not just like sit in a shed for another couple decades. So my brother's coming up tomorrow. He's dropping off a bunch of it with me because I sew and I modify and make clothing and stuff. And so we'll see. We'll see if I can make any of these. It'll take me a while. These are fire. That's mad inspiring though. I am gonna take some notes and see what I can make. I'm trying to up my pantaloons game, you know? I've been watching more sewing videos, like DIY putting together. I was watching this video on a chore jacket. I didn't know how many sewing machines there were. Like, there are a bunch of different kinds. There's like your normal sewing machine, and then there's like a serger, which like cuts it and then stitches it together in a zigzag fashion so it doesn't come apart at the seams. There are embroidery machines, like it goes crazy. Oh, I love these videos. So this is Harry, and I think the woman before, I think that is his aunt. I'm not positive. But bro, she seems so happy. And Harry's so elegant with it, he's slaying. Look at him go. Also, I never would have thought of dressing up in a tablecloth before, but he's killing it.
You can copy somebody whom you very much, you like very much. You can copy it that until the end of the copy, you can find yourself.
Okay, first of all, let's pause for a second to recognize how fucking fly this man's fit is. Like, he's got the full blacked outfit, he's kind of got the fedora action going on, he's got the lug soles, like, it's a vibe. But yeah, that's how you start by building out your fashion sense, or honestly any kind of artistic sense, is just by, like, looking at what other people that you either like or something about them speaks to you. You just look at that and you kind of latch onto that and you interpret it in your own way, and then it becomes yours. Like, that's how a sense of style, art, perspective, that's how it's developed. There's this absolutely fantastic book called Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon, and it's one of my favorite books because it talks a lot about the way that if you directly copy one person, that's theft, that's copyright. But if you copy from multiple different people, multiple different sources, that's art. And that's how you develop your own perspective.